What is going on, guys? It's your boy Killer Cam back with my WrestleMania 2 review. I'm here to review WrestleMania 2 for you guys. I'm doing this on my phone, so yeah. This one is the show that we're reviewing, is WrestleMania 2 right here. Now this show, I don't know whose idea it was to emulate it from 3 venues, but whoever it was, they did not do it very, very smart. You had it from Uniondale, New York, Rosemont, Illinois, and Los Angeles, California. There was a total of 40,000 people across 3 different venues, so that's an average of 13,000 people. WrestleMania 1 was absolute garbage. WrestleMania 1, I've told you this, was an absolute train wreck of a show. But WrestleMania 2, on the other hand, was not too bad. I mean, it was shit. WrestleMania 2 was shit. Ray Charles performed America the Beautiful. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie about it. Paul Orndorff versus Don Muraco opened up the show. This match went 4 minutes. In the Uniondale portion, it gets a dud. 4 minutes for a double count out. Are you kidding me? And I don't know why. I'm recording this video on my phone. I'm not usually doing it on laptop like I normally would. So you've got to kind of excuse. I'm trying to get it to where I'm looking at the camera, but I am. But it might look like I'm looking away, but I'm actually not. I don't know what the deal with it is. Anyway, Randy Savage defeated George the Animal Steele in 5 minutes. This gets half a star. It was just Randy Savage kind of afraid of George Steele. Jake the Snake Roberts defeated George Wells. Who? Yeah, exactly. Who? Who the hell is George Wells? But, hey, this match went about 3 minutes. I give it a 1/4 of a star. This match was absolutely terrible. Then you get Mr.T against Roddy Piper. Boxing match, DQ. I give this -1 stars. Yes, it's WrestleMania 2 and we're in our first negative category. This is not going to be the only match that's going to get a negative tonight. -1. I would have gone. I'm not going to go like Dave Meltzer and do -5. It's really hard for me to grade a boxing match though, but I've definitely seen better boxing matches than this right here. This was garbage. I'm sorry. It was. Get to the Rosemont, Illinois portion. I don't know who I would hate. I don't know what segment I would hate more. Being live for Uniondale, Rosemont. At least in Rosemont, you got to see the match of the night. But you also had to sit through like 2 duds and a battle royal. And then you had the Los Angeles portion. You got Adonis versus Elmer, which we'll get to in a minute. Anyway, the 5th match of the night. The first in the Rosemont, Illinois portion. Fabulous Moolah defeated Velvet McIntyre in 1.5 minutes. Dud. Match was trash. Corporal Kirchner defeated Nikolai Volkoff in a flag match. I always thought a flag match was where you had to go get the opponent's flag, but I guess this was pinfall or submission. 2 minutes. Dud. The WWF versus NFL 20-man Battle Royal. Now, this was a unique... I cannot fault WrestleMania 2 for this. Because this was a very, very unique idea to me. I like this idea. I like the idea of a NFL-related Battle Royal. You know, the fact that the WWF would have an NFL-related Battle Royal is very, very interesting to me. It's very intriguing of sorts to have an NFL Battle Royal. You know, Andre the Giant would end up winning this Battle Royal. He would last eliminate Bret the Hitman Hart. You would also have Jim the Anvil, the Killer Bees, Big John Studd, Bill Fralick, Bruno Sammartino, Dan Spivey, Ernie Holmes, Harvey Martin, Hillbilly Jim, Jimbo Covert, King Tonga, who would later become Haku, Pedro Morales, Russ Francis, Ted Arcida, I know I pronounced that wrong, the Iron Sheik, Tony Atlas, and William the Refrigerator Perry. Now, they actually had an angle going on between Big John Studd and William Perry. This Battle Royal gets about 1.5 stars. Nothing really of note, but the first match, that was not a dud. Vince McMahon interviewed Roddy Piper in a Jimbo Covert interview. Then we get the match of the night, something that was finally good. It took them about 2 hours, but we finally got something good. The British Bulldog and Dynamite Kid took on the Dream Team of Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine. I gave this match 3.5 stars out of 5. Phenomenal match. If you watch WrestleMania 2 for anything, watch this match. This match was absolutely great. It was the first match of WrestleMania that I would rate 3 stars. It was. It is the first Mania match that I rated 3.5 stars. I really do think that it was a fantastic match. A great match. And this was actually the main event portion, and I feel like this was a better main event than the Battle Royal would have been. But yeah, it was what it was, you know. Next up, we get to the Los Angeles, California portion of the event. We get Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeating Hercules Hernandez. This match was not bad either. I'm going to give it about 2.25 stars, but it's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I mean, hello. You saw what he did at Mania 3, which we'll get to. But this match against Hercules was not bad. It wasn't. I mean, it was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Next up, adorable Adrian Adonis defeated Uncle Elmer in 3 minutes. -2 stars. Worst match of the night. -2. Lord Alfred Hayes interviewed Hulk Hogan. Next up, you get Terry Funk and Dory Funk defeating Junkyard Dog and Tito Santana. I'll give this match 2.25 as well. This gets the same rating as the Ricky Steamboat and Hercules Hernandez. Wasn't a bad tag match. It wasn't. I think it drug on a little bit too long though, but it was a decent tag match for the guys involved. Junkyard Dog got pinned, and it looked like Tito was going to tease a heel turn, but he ended up not doing it. You get a Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy video package. And then Hulk Hogan defends the WWF title against King Kong Bundy in a steel cage match. This gets a 1.5 stars. The only way to win this match was to escape the cage. There was no pinfall or submission. It had the blue cage. But here's the thing about this. Here's what I did not like. Okay? I did not understand why this event had to take place in 3 different locations. I have a feeling it was because of Starrcade 86, where Dusty went to both Atlanta and Greensboro. And why did this event take place on a Monday? I never understood that. This event took place on a Monday, which was April 7th, 1986. This WrestleMania, I was generous with WrestleMania 1 because of its historical value. The only thing people really talk about from this show is the Battle Royal and the cage match. What was this show? Like, did the writers really think to go from WrestleMania 1 and say, hey, how can we expand upon WrestleMania's 1 success? I know, more jobber matches. And then you had Susan St. James on commentary in the New York portion. She said, oh no. At least Elvira tried to get involved in Los Angeles. And then whoever that other girl was in Rosemont, I forget who it was. But, I mean, there's a reason this WrestleMania is not talked about. And this WrestleMania, to me, is actually going to get a worse grade. I gave Mania 1 a 5 out of 10, being generous. This is going to get a 3.5 out of 10. An absolutely awful WrestleMania. And now, it's not the worst WrestleMania of all time. But it's in my top 5 as far as worst WrestleManias of all time. And, and I'm usually lenient when it comes to shows and, lenient whatever. This show has no historical value, so there's no reason for it to be a 10 out of 10. Now this next one right here, which we'll get to in the next episode, is an absolute banger. And I cannot wait to review this show for you guys. In particular, there's one match in particular, right there, the Intercontinental Championship match, that I cannot wait to go back and watch. But overall, with these two shows that I talked about, it is, 8.5 out of 20, which is absolutely terrible. These two first WrestleManias, don't know what they were thinking, and I don't know if they were going to slap WrestleMania 2 together at the very end or what they were planning on doing, but it was absolute, just terrible, man. I mean, I understand, Vince McMahon trying to run from 3 different time zones. It sounds like a good idea on paper. It really, really does. But for you to have an hour show with 4 matches that are not even that good, and then to show the other 2 hours on screen, at least if the matches would have been good, it would have been a bit of a saving grace. Like I said, match of the night was the Bulldogs against Valentine and Beefcake. If you're going to go back and watch any match, watch this match. This match was incredible. To me, I liked it. I don't know if anybody else did, but I liked this match. I think the two, and that was part of the reason why the show did not get like a 1 or a 2. And even the Steamboat Hernandez match was decent, and the Funks versus JYD and Tito Santana. And the cage match and the Battle Royal, you can kind of say, are historical because it's the only cage match so far that's ever happened in WrestleMania history. We've had Hell in a Cell matches, but not cage matches. And the NFL Battle Royal was unique because we've never seen NFL players involved in a Battle Royal of that capacity. Lawrence Taylor would main event at WrestleMania, which we'll get to in about 9 installments when we review WrestleMania 11. God, not looking forward to that one. But, yeah, I really do think that it is it was really, really good. It was not a bad show overall. Just terrible. Absolute terrible. I lost my train of thought there for a second. But the fact that this WrestleMania had almost 13,000 people in each attendance is crazy to me. It is. It's absurd. But, yeah, like I said, in the next episode, we're going to be getting WrestleMania 3. And I'm actually in the process of watching St. Valentine's Day Massacre 99. So that might actually be the next review on this channel because, like I told you, we're doing WrestleMania reviews and February pay-per-view reviews as well. So, yeah. We shall see what it will be in the next episode. But yes, WrestleMania 3 will be the next WrestleMania that we will be looking at. And I cannot wait to go back and watch this historical show. This is a top 10, maybe top 5 WrestleMania to me last time I saw it. But we're going to go back and we're going to look at it. We're going to see if it's really as good as it holds up in the next episode. Anyway, guys, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. As always, guys, it's your boy Killer Cam.